This is the Night Owls Disc Golf Podcast. I'm Shane.
And I'm JP.
And this will be a little bit different of an episode because there is nothing going on in the disc golf world. I mean, there's stuff.
But tournament-wise, no DGPT event this week. No Go Throw Tour event this week.
No, just GBO.
GBO.
Mm-hmm. And there wasn't really anything notable at GBO. And no coverage for the most part. I mean,
not that I know of.
Yeah.
So on social media, like I know Terry Miller was there.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was posting about it. But I don't know if that means he will have coverage of it.
I don't know.
You know, usually if he's at an event, he will film it. But I don't know if that's the case or not.
I mean, we could know by next week or in like a year and a half when he drops the coverage. So
true.
It just all depends. It all depends.
It does.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, the last footage I watched was, what was it? Crud. Arizona tournament. Can't think of it right now.
Memorial.
Yes.
Shelly Sharp.
Yeah, Shelly Sharp, probably. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even there. He was at Samui at the time. And so he had, was it Parker Welk? I think Parker Welk did the commentary.
Yep.
Yeah. He filled in and did it.
Yeah. And then, my microphone again. I held it this time. So the last thing that I watched, not of his, was Urban Disc Golf. And that was it. I just watched that quick clip. Well, it's not a quick clip. It was a series, and they have a bunch of pros playing it. And
they
it's
do.
Some cool setups.
Like AB was playing it, and
Burr, Wysocki,
yeah.
All these guys are playing it, and it seems pretty cool. Like, I'd like it, but man, it beat up some discs.
Oh, absolutely.
It would beat up some discs.
Yeah, I watched one, not this last one, but I watched another one where they went into a stadium, and you just see discs skipping around and flying off walls and stuff.
Yes.
I was like, okay, that's one good way to beat in some plastic if you need to.
That definitely beat in the plastic, that's for sure. So, let me get to the socials real quick. So, door_disc_golf, and then night_owl_pod, and those are our Instagram handles. And then doordisc.com, where you can buy our disc golf needs. And just as a quick update, we have like absolutely every drop that's coming out right now is coming in. Like the lens cap drop is coming in.
Sweet.
Isn't that funny that they dropped a mini? Like it's part of a release.
Yeah.
And they're like super strict about selling it too. Like,
are you serious?
And I'm like, it's a mini, guys.
Yeah.
No, they're serious about it. Like,
okay,
it falls into the whole drop and release thing.
Wow.
It's kind of funny
because it's a Total Eclipse
mini.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a parachute.
Okay,
I'm assuming it's going to be like the lens that's coming out, the shape of it, but it's kind of parachutey. It's just like, I mean, it's like a can topper almost.
Right, yeah.
You know?
That's kind of what I thought it would be.
Yeah.
When they announced it or whatever, you know, I saw a picture of it. It's like, oh, yeah. It's just like one of those Pico minis.
But is
maybe
MVP doing something right that they can get hype behind a mini?
But, I mean, the balance is also coming out at the same time as that. And I think there's another disc.
Yeah, there's another one.
There's a couple other discs dropping. Yeah. I don't know. That's interesting.
It is. Well, it's good. I mean, but geez, like Matt Yadis was like, I want to just pass up on some of these, but they just keep dropping stuff and dropping stuff and dropping stuff, and it's not that they like we want to pass up. It's just like every week we have to like order more and order more and order more because they're just dropping stuff so fast,
right?
Which is cool. I mean, it's cool, but
I have a feeling too that if you miss a drop, it's like, okay, you guys haven't purchased this, and it like messes up your status with the company, or you know, something.
Very well could be.
Yeah,
it very well could be. But they're like Johnny on the spot with everything.
Okay,
so we had a subscribers discount, and we had chosen to sell them at the lowest MSRP we could sell them at.
Yeah,
but with the discount code,
you were selling it for.
We were selling it for slightly under.
Yeah.
But it was only for subscribers. But since we offered it to everybody that jumped onto the site, we got tagged like, hey, you're selling this stuff for too cheap. You got to fix it or else you're going to lose your...
Oh, man.
We're like, okay, we will go ahead and fix that. So
yeah.
we pushed all the discs up to what their suggested retail price is.
Got it.
Instead of the lowest MSRP we could. So
Got it.
but it was what it was. You know, it was just one of those like, oh. But I guess a couple other shops got hit with the same stuff. You know, they were going through and like auditing things.
Okay.
But what it probably was is that we went from essentially selling nothing to selling a ton of stuff. And they're like, why is this happening?
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
So I'm sure we're outselling certain places and they're like, why is this happening?
Well,
All of a
yeah, I
sudden.
would guess that.
Yeah.
Well, like I went on, I should have bought, I was on the site the other day. I was just looking for one of the ranges, like the ones that came out, the soft ones recently. And I was like, oh, I should have jumped on this a little more early because I think there was only one or two left. I was like, yeah, I'm not going to find it.
It's actually pretty impressive, and we appreciate all of you guys that shop with us. It's pretty impressive how many orders we're getting. So it's, just say thanks on that one. So today, we don't really have much disc golf to talk about. There's a couple little weird things that we can hint at, and there's some stuff that we can talk about, but it probably won't be that long of an episode. So what we will, though, is our very next episode or two will be a very special episode. Can't give out any details, but if you're in tune with the disc golf world, you might have an idea of what's coming because hints are being dropped
Yeah,
here and there.
they are.
And it's not anything to do with us at all. I don't think I can say anything else.
No,
I
probably
should
not.
probably talk. Stop talking.
Stop talking.
So, so it will be, there will be some pretty awesome news for the disc golf world, I think.
I feel like we have an exclusive, right?
I don't know if it's exclusive, but we have the first.
Okay. Okay.
So,
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, after we have the, so there will be. I mean, we will have the time, the exact time it's announced. You will hear about it on this podcast. And we will be the only ones at that point, I think.
Okay.
As of right now. Unless something else happens.
Right.
But I don't think anybody else knows.
Okay.
So there might be some people that know. I'm going to stop.
Probably like a handful.
I would say. But
Okay.
it might be more like a couple hundred.
Oh, okay.
Could have been.
All right.
But maybe not.
That's really bad.
We'll talk when the mics are off.
Right.
No, but some really cool news for the disc golf world is coming up. Dare I say Drew Gibson flipping the disc golf world on its head?
Still don't know if it happened.
Nope, I'm not sure.
Still don't know.
I'm not sure. Maybe it was a little bit of that, Mandela effect or whatever it is,
Oh,
where you think something's one way, and it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's a little Mandela effect. Maybe it has happened. We just don't know it's happened
Right.
because they mess with our minds.
oh, yeah.
It's the fluoride in our water.
Yeah. Okay. The floor.
Fluoride?
Yeah. Sure.
Well, we have a well. How would they get the fluoride in
It's
our
only
well?
in like sewer water, city
Oh,
water.
okay. Yeah.
You're safe.
Okay, good. Phew. So maybe the rest of you know what's happened and I haven't because they've drugged you guys. All right.
Weird paradox.
It is. It's one of those weird things. So do you listen to any of those podcasts?
Which ones?
Like those, conspiracy theory podcasts?
No, not really.
They're one of my favorite things to listen to.
Okay.
And the reason why is because they're so completely freaking absurd.
Okay.
But they're also so believable. So they were talking about this race of people that are starting to come from the underworld. And when I mean the underworld, not like hell, like subterranean
Okay.
people that have lived, I don't know how many years, basically since existence underground. And they're starting to show themselves. But they're shown in just normal people. But what they are, they're giants. So they're really, really big people. So what happening is the theory is that they're coming. I don't know if you've noticed, but like the average height of the average NBA player is like skyrocketing.
Okay.
They're saying that those are subterranean people. They're
They
descendants of subterranean people.
All right. They just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, they just
Hey, we're
kind of
here.
like they pop out somewhere and like reproduce, and then like
This isn't like the people of the catacombs of France coming out of nowhere and
no.
okay.
Oh, that sounds cool though.
Oh, yeah, that's like a
a
real
real thing?
thing. Yeah, like
People have been just living in the catacombs.
and there's
Really?
warnings against people actually going down like by them, like if you're not with a guided like tour kind of situation, do not go down in there because they don't want to be found. They will
Really?
yeah, they will take you or take your stuff and you will be lost down there.
That's nuts. Mm-hmm. That's scary that there's people out there like that.
It is. It is. There's a movie too. Shoot, I forgot what it's called, but it's about these people that go down in the catacombs of France. And
Really?
yeah, I forgot like what's up is down, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds
Kinda
right.
scary.
But that's it. Like, why choose to? Yeah. Well, anyways, they have people like that. The mole people. They have, like,
mole people.
they have people like that. So yeah, that was one that I was listening to, and there's a couple others that I listened to that are just like, huh, that's interesting. And then you can hear about like the flat Earth stuff, and that stuff just makes me laugh, as it is. Especially the guy that went up in the rocket, built his own rocket. This was just recently, like within the past like month.
What?
So this dude built his own rocket
Oh my gosh.
to get high enough in the air to see if the Earth was flat or round. Because they said, hey, if you can get so high, you can tell if there's a curvature to the Earth.
Yeah.
And the guy went up in the air, and he's like this leader of this flat Earth group. He built the rocket, he shot it up in the air, and he got all the way up, and he saw that the Earth was round.
Yeah.
And crash landed. Like the parachute went off, but there wasn't enough parachute to catch the rocket, the weight of the rocket. And when he went down, he like broke his back and all.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. It was pretty funny. But he was also devastated because he found out that the Earth was not flat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Jeez.
all right. I think outside of that, I think we've given some insight into what next week will be, or next episode will be.
Yeah.
And we've told everybody about the shop and the new incomings.
Right.
What else we got?
Well, a couple things. Last week we alluded to big news coming from Estonia.
Oh, yep.
And so a couple days ago, PDGA and Team Estonia, the people behind the Disc Golf Festival.
They all got a brand new car.
Yeah.
Yep, see? Nailed it.
Porsche.
I knew it was Porsche. I told you.
So PDGA Europe and the PDGA and Team Disc
Estonia.
Golf Estonia have been awarded, well, they signed a 4-year contract, which is pretty out of the norm. And they have been, well, obviously they're a major this year. They will be a European major in 2026 and 2028. Along with those years, they will be hosting the President's Cup. And then in 2029, they will be hosting the Worlds
Yeah.
in Estonia. So kind of unorthodox for this type of agreement.
Is that officially going to be the first Worlds somewhere else in the world other than Canada?
Well, this year,
Oh, hello. Yeah. Worlds is in,
Tampere.
Yeah.
In Finland.
that's right.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That is cool. And then also announced for 2026 is that Kristen Tatar will be the first ever FPO captain for the President's Cup.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting.
So she'll be the first female captain for the President's Cup team of Europe.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Good for her.
Yeah.
Captain. So as a captain, they play? Because P. McBee is the captain. I know that much this year. I thought he was.
No, he is not. This year, the captains are Avery Jenkins and UC.
Where did I see Macbeth? Or did he just make the team?
He made the team. He's the captain's choice.
Oh, captain's choice is
yes.
what. Okay.
Yeah. So hold on, let me bring it up real quick. Yeah, he made the pretty much like final pick.
Okay.
For Okay, yeah, so here is Team Europe with UC's captain. It's Kristen, Evelina, Nicholas Antala, Simon, Vino, Jakub Samarad, Albert.
That's your mic.
That's my mic? What?
Yeah.
Stupid. Albert Tom, fan vote. And then Yuna Heinonen was the captain's choice, who I just saw him on coverage recently on something. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what it was. I think it was Go Throw, maybe.
I think it was.
Yeah. And then Team USA is Owen, Holland, Gannonburg, Ricky Wysocki, Calvin, Isaac, Anthony Barella, fan vote, and then Paul Macbeth was the captain's choice.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's going to be a good team.
Yep. That is. I think it's going to be close, but I feel like...
Who was it, Hammis that... So AB basically replaces Hammis from last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
that's how it went.
I think that's how it went, too.
Okay.
But currently, US is 11-0.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, every year
MPO side, I don't see... There's not a chance they're going to touch them. FPO, there's a chance.
Well, if Evelina can putt.
True. Because they have Evelina, Tatar, or Lat.
Yeah.
They have... I'm trying to think. Teti, right? You said?
No, I mean, that's it. It's just Lat and Evelina. Those are the two.
Those are the only two.
And then for the U.S., it's Owen and Holland.
Oh, geez. That's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wonder. Why don't they make the team bigger for FPO?
That's what I wanted to know.
It doesn't.
I feel like they should have at least 4.
I would say
3 or 4. I don't know why. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Only 8. Only 8 players. I feel like it was bigger last year, but maybe not.
No, I think it's always been that way.
Interesting. Yeah, I feel like they need to expand that.
Yeah, you add 2 more players. What's the
because I feel like Missy was on the team last year, I think, instead of Holland for sure.
Yep.
And I feel like someone else was on the team instead of Owen. Was it Paige?
No, it was not Paige.
No?
Paige was like the runner-up. She was there just in case.
Yeah. Missy.
Yeah. It was Missy Gannon and who else was?
I don't know.
I can't remember who it was. Anyways.
Yeah.
But it would be neat to see 2 more.
Yeah.
And maybe it's just expedience. I don't know what it is. Maybe there's a reason, I'm sure, but they should expand the teams. I think that'd be neat.
Yeah, it would. Yeah. Someone commented, so the prostitution guy is back. Yes, he's the TD for...
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is. For Worlds.
That's fantastic. Yeah. He's been low-key in the background for a long time. He never left. I mean,
he did come back to, isn't he, I don't know, did he come back with that whole transition back to the golfers thing? Yep. I'm pretty sure.
Yep. Yeah. He was one that came back, and then, he was one that came back. But he never left. He actually was one of the... he was an investor.
Yeah.
He bought back in after they gave him his money. He gave him his money back right back. Their money right back. I lost it. That was a burp. It had something to do with Europe. UC. That threw me. That's what threw me off.
Oh,
the UC thing.
Okay, UC himself just announced that hole 16 at the Beast will return for 2025.
Yep.
No drop zones. Standard rule B rules will apply to the fairway, but the island rule will remain in effect.
Okay.
So no bunker rule,
Yep.
but some slight changes from last year.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. So we also wanted to make mention of discotheque.
Yeah.
So we'd said, hey, we'd love to know where discotheque is going to be, where it's going to be. So they said that they will be at
Des Moines for
Why
the...
did I say Memphis? Oh my
I don't
goodness,
know.
what are we doing?
Des Moines for the Discmania Challenge.
Yep. Yep.
So someone commented on the old, on our YouTube channel.
YouTubes. Yeah, so they will be there. So if you get a chance, I will not have a chance to see it while it's there. But if you're up at Silver Creek, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Come to USWDGC.
Yeah, we'll be here. But yeah, so next one will be Des Moines. And then I wonder if they do have a schedule of where they're going to be going, because that'd be great.
That would be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Didn't mention anything about like anything beyond that. But.
Yeah. But a lot of hype. I saw a lot of stuff. I don't see so much anymore, but that week after it came out, there was a lot of hype behind it. So I don't know if I have much else, JP. I know this is weird, but I'm like, I don't like, there's nothing.
I know.
All the stuff I want to talk about, I can't talk about it yet.
I can just announce the Glass Blown Open
let's
winners real quick. Which this year it's odd as well because it changed back to the Glass Blown Open rather than being
yes, it did.
DDO. Mm-hmm. So pretty cool.
It's kind of neat that they're going back to their roots.
They are, yeah. And I thought didn't mention it on PDGA's website, but I thought it was going to be a Q Series event. Let's just GPT. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, too much. Okay. Anyway, so the winner of the GBO, I was going to say DDO, was Zachary Nash, and he beat out Parker Welk, local Isaiah Esquivel, Joel Freeman, and GT Hancock tied for fourth. Jared Christ, Ian Burkett, Jaden Rye, Logan Harpool, Ethan Bishop, and Andrew Presnell. Those are the top 10. So, I mean, there's a couple notable people there. And then FPO, smaller field, Alexis Kerman beat out Juliana Corver, Kimberly Gianola, and Deputy Denise Cameron, Nova Polite, Samantha Bonacci, Victoria Earling, Noelle Herb, Maya Ringgold. So earlier in the day when I was checking scores, or maybe, I think it was earlier today, Juliana was actually up by a couple strokes on Alexis. And so Alexis must have come back because, there we go. Oh yeah, sure enough, Juliana took a bogey on 10, a bogey on 13, and at that point she was down. Oh no, they were tied, I think. And then it went birdie, par, birdie, and then she ended up beating her by a stroke today. But Alexis was up by 2 strokes today. So came from behind to close out the victory there.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know. But overall, I mean, big highlight of DDO, GBO is the block party, which is like an all-night rager.
Well, yeah, and it's a place.
They have a bonfire. Well, I think the bonfire happened another night when I was there last. But they have like a big week-long event.
Okay.
Which is always fun. There's a lot of like I think there's a couple like little smaller tournaments that used to surround it. Like you could get in like some flex tiers and stuff at like Peter Pan and do Monkey Island and all that. And
I remember there used to be something like up to 29 different PDGA approved events that week or something
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
something like that.
That was crazy. And I think that the block party is one of those really cool things where you get to see kind of disc golf celebrities and pros and icons of the sport and things like that. And it looks like disc golf answer man Bobby Brown was there at Radius Brewing Company this weekend.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I was just happened to be scrolling through.
It is a Q series. I'm on PDGA's website. So, yep, this was. And then the next one is Cosmic Open at Maple Hill.
Okay.
May 9th.
Well, that'll be a good one.
Interesting.
And for those of you who don't know, if there's any collector shops or tournament directors or otherwise looking to buy a collection, Dana Vici has basically a horde of discs that he is trying to get rid of.
Oh, for real?
It looks like all of his old collectibles.
What? Mm-hmm. Dynamite.
And he said there's about 1,000 biscuits that he's trying to get rid of.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. Details. Share. Okay. Most collectors are older Innova, Discmania, and Vibram. Throwers are mainly Discmania. I'm just looking to see if he's given any numbers yet, but he says, I need to assess and reorganize to get a better idea. I can do that and let you know. And if you want to come check it out, you're welcome to.
Is he trying to sell it as a lot?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, boy. You know what? You guys should have held out for this.
I know. Yeah. So you talking like 1,000 or 50,000? And he goes, Andrew, I will accept 50,000 at any time. I don't know what we bought all those discs for. We got a screaming deal.
Okay.
I mean, a screaming deal. Like, so, but this could be, because it looks like there's some really nice old school Discmania stuff. Well, and if Vibram's in there, like,
yeah,
those are all of a sudden some amazing discs. More people are liking them. So that's pretty cool. Hey, and a post from Vessi.
And a post from Vessi. Storming the world, those Vessies.
Yeah. All right. Ugliest shoe you have ever seen that got a lot of hype.
Oh, ugliest shoe I've ever seen that's gotten a lot of hype. Mm-hmm. Wow.
I have one very specific shoe in mind, and my wife owned one, and I hated them. Every time she wore them, I made fun of her. And I think ultimately she wore them as much as she possibly could because of that. So if you go back, there were these shoes in the late 60s and early 70s that girls used to wear.
Okay.
And guys. And then they disappeared off the face of the earth for very good reason.
Like platform shoes?
And then they came back into style for about a year and a half. And those are called moon boots.
Okay.
And they came back, especially in northern regions, about the same time that Ugg boots became super popular.
Okay.
And I think Ugg boots won the war. So if you look up moon boots on Google, you can see what they look like.
I will most certainly do that.
Disgusting. So they're called moon boot icons. So go ahead and look those up. Yeah.
Moon boots.
So
those are not gosh, you know what? I remember thinking they were like as a kid, I was like, man, I want some of those actually for like winter. And now I'm like, no, oh my gosh.
Oh, they're super warm, I'm sure. But they are some of the ugliest boots I've ever seen in my life. Shoes in general. And girls were rocking these things not in 7 feet of snow at the mall, people. At the mall. And I just didn't get it.
What's crazy is I'm looking at prices right now, and they're going for ridiculous amounts of money.
They're stupid, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. Moon boots. And they still sell them, just so you know. You can buy them all kinds of different sizes, shapes, and colors.
Ooh, these are ugly. They're Kanye. Oh, no, Balenciagas. But Kanye has some really, like, ugly shoes.
Always had some ugly shoes. And
These,
hot
like-
take, Yeezys are freaking ugly.
Yeah. What are they? Those Yeezy like foam runners.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the most stupid shoes I think I've seen.
I agree. But everybody wants them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Can we not, like, leave out Crocs? Can we go
Okay.
ahead and just say Crocs are ugly?
They are ugly, but I will say this. I had a pair of work Crocs for the kitchen,
Yeah.
and I was fine with it. They were good. They had a nice, like, I would say slip resistant sole, and I rocked them. They were comfortable.
Well, they're not bad. I mean, you pay $40 for Crocs, or you go into a kitchen store and pay $130 for a pair of the exact same thing,
Yeah.
just with the kitchen logo on them. Or you can buy the fluffy Crocs like these ones.
Dempsey rocks Crocs a lot.
Oh, I like Crocs. I got my whole family using Crocs except for my wife. She won't. She'll wear moon boots. She will not wear Crocs.
Nike has actually come out with a foam croc-like shoe now. I forgot what they're called. Motivate
Okay.
or something like that. Moti.
So I will not wear Nike. And I will not buy my children Nikes.
Oh, Rejuvenate. That's what they are. Nike React Rejuvenate. They're basically Nike
Crocs.
Crocs. Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't know how sweet they are.
Yeah.
But I see people wanting them and wearing them. So
Oh, yeah. All right.
that is all.
Merrill has a Hydro Mock Croc, too. They call them mocks.
We're getting off the rails.
I've never seen them. Yeah, we are. We're sitting here just looking at shoes now. Those are disgusting, by the way.
Yeah, they are.
All right. With all that being said, keep us subpar. Do you have anything to leave us on?
No.
No.
No, sorry.
Before you take your son out on a trail on a mountain bike that you haven't ridden before, make sure you go in front because your son doesn't understand the concept of brakes
Yeah.
and just shoots right off the end of a trail when he was supposed to turn and hits a branch.
Oh, no.
It goes tumbling. That was fun. So there you go. Make sure you know the trail you're riding before you go bombing down it.
Sounds like a good metaphor for life.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it, yeah. I mean, that would be a great metaphor for life. Know the trail before you bomb down it. I'm trying to think of a prophetic way to say it.
That's prophetic enough.
All right. Deuces. See you later. And look forward to the next one.